as an accountant, traditionally, what would have happened, certainly in the past, is you'd have had plenty of sort of similar sized businesses all competing with each other. So, for example, here in this locality, we might have 5 similar practices, all doing roughly the same amount of business, 200,000 a year, say. Now, times are changing. So what's happening is with more systemization, with more software packages, with more artificial intelligence, etc., what's happening is that compliance work is becoming more and more sort of price sensitive, if you like, and more competitive. So what's starting to happen is that if you want to get an edge, you need to move into different areas, give advice, advisory work. And what starts to happen is the 80-20 rule comes into play, and this happens in every industry, and it happens in virtually everything to do with business. So what will occur is that one of these here will be better at making these sort of changes than the others are. And if that's the case, what will start to happen is the 80-20 rule works. Now, what most people understand about the 80-20 rule is that one of these businesses will get a lot bigger than the others, and it will, move towards the 80% of the market, which is what tends to happen. It doesn't have to be that exact number, but that's the sort of thing that tends to happen. But the other side of it, which most people don't appreciate, is that if one business gets 80% of the marketplace, then what's left for the others is only 20%. So whereas they were all doing 200,000 each initially, they'll only now be doing 200,000 between them, which means they'll all be doing 50k each. So there's two sides to the coin. The business that actually gets this right becomes much bigger and dominates the marketplace. But the ones that don't get it right, they become much smaller and either, wither and die or really struggle to survive. So the question then is, what are the sorts of things that you can do to move from the compliance type work, which is becoming more and more difficult to be profitable at, I suppose, to the advisory type work, which will enable you to move forward, to set yourself aside as being different to your competitors and to give you this advantage. So what your clients are probably looking for, but don't realize they're looking for until you make them aware of it. And they probably don't realize that you can do this until you make them aware of it. But they need help with things like how to set their goals, their business plans, how to have those plans in a one-page plan on a software system so that they can see constantly where they are against those plans. How to systemize their business so they become more efficient rather than it's all ad hoc. Again, many businesses, it's day-to-day activity rather than systemized. How to be able to, once it's systemized, delegate either members of their team or outsource or whatever, but how to delegate people to actually undertake the systemized work that's been spelt out and mapped out so that people can follow the system. How to identify the 5 or 6 key numbers here, profit drivers, which if they could make small percentage improvements to, could actually transform their bottom line profit, and how to actually achieve those small improvements. Now, these are the sort of things that if you do this for yourself first in your practice, that will start to give you this competitive edge. And then if you can start to offer what's worked for you out to your clients, this multiplies the process and puts you in the position of being the business that moves towards the 800, the 80%, rather than one of the remnants, the rest of them, that see their business share shrinking, sometimes to the point of not actually being able to survive. So that's basically the trend that's happening. These are the sort of areas that you can help yourself with and help your clients with. If you want any sort of discussion about that or more information, have a look at bernardkeevy.com or get in touch, message me, and see if there's any common ground. So I hope you found that interesting and useful. And I think this is a really key area. It's not just for accountants, by the way, it's accountants and other professional advisors, but specifically for accountants, I think this is all really important stuff. Thank you very much for watching.